Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode. And this is Tamara, your occupational therapist. Let's go through the logistics first. Always, always, always. So please follow us on Facebook, MCZ Therapy. M is in Mary, C is in Cat, Z is in Zebra Therapy. That's on Facebook, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCZ underscore therapy. MCZ stands for My Comfort Zone. Okay, so as many of you know, it is Black History Month as well as the American Heart Month. So I wanted to talk a little bit about there is a lack of diversity in the healthcare field. And so I would like for just kind of anybody that might be interested or anybody that is a minority in the healthcare field reach out to some students and try to get people, more kids involved in the healthcare. There's only about 5% of African Americans and 5% of Hispanics that are um, physicians. And then there's only 5% of occupational therapists. So just had to put that little tidbit out there. So I want to talk about the heart and just healthcare in general. So, as you know, like I just said, it is Heart Health Month. And so we need to be sure that we take care of our heart. And that means including stuff like if you have hypertension, if you have diabetes, if you've had high cholesterol, you need to make sure that you monitor those those conditions regularly. So if you have hypertension, you need to have a blood pressure cuff at home and you need to be checking your blood pressure frequently. I would say at least daily because you need to have your blood pressure control. Also, if you have high cholesterol, you need to make sure you go for your annual checkups to make sure that you get a hold of that, as well as if you have diabetes. Those three things are very crucial to be monitoring for your heart health. So, diabetes, if you are diabetic, you need to make sure that it is controlled. If you're pre diabetic, you need to do what you need to do to prevent yourself from becoming diabetic. So that does mean checking your blood sugar, finding out what is it that's causing your blood sugar to go up. So for all of those things, hypertension, high cholesterol, high diabetes, all three of those things to help combat those things, exercise, proper nutrition, and stress management. Those are the three main things that can contribute to that. So, nutrition. Um, Talk to your doctor about what their recommendations on what you need you eat. If you can't get clear answers, go to the person that specializes in it. That would be a nutritionist. A nutritionist can tell you things that you can eat to help you with your diet to improve your diet. So those that is probably one of the number one things. Monitor, like I just said before, monitor your hypertension. Have a blood pressure monitor, glucose monitor. Make sure that you are staying on top of knowing your numbers and finding out what triggers. So when you're diabetic, there's various things that can cause you to have blood sugar spikes. Also, know the difference between your current glucose and what your A1C is. What is the difference in that? Glucose is your immediate right now. What is your blood sugar? Your A1C is kind of like your average over a span of time. So another thing you need to do is have a conversation with your doctor. I always recommend, especially when you have something serious like chronic disease or illness, to have a second person with you because emotions do happen when you are not expecting certain information. Sometimes emotions take over and you're not hearing or comprehending clearly what is being said to you. So have a second person with you. Have the doctor explain to you what is the significance, what is actually going on in your body so that you can have a better understanding so you can fight against whatever chronic disease that you have. So, for example, as many of you know, my mother has cancer. So she has chronic lymphatic leukemia. It's a non curable cancer, but very slow growing. And so she went to one oncologist who told her this is what her diagnosis was. They were going to run this test, and this test. So we end up switching doctors. And the doctor that she currently sees now, he asked her, what did she have? She told him, I have chronic lymphatic leukemia. And he said, what does that mean? She didn't know. What's going on in your body? She didn't know. So he sat down and explained to her exactly what was going on. He used analogies and everything. So when she left there, she knew exactly what was going on with her body. She knew the medicine she had to take, why she had to take the medicine. If it progressed, what would happen? If it decreased, what would happen? Why they were checking her body? What was certain things that was going to happen, like vaccinations. Really, vaccinations don't do her any good because her body does not respond to them. But he sat down and explained everything to her, so she has a better understanding and she knows how to take care of herself. And she's pretty much in remission right now and has been in remission for a while. So, but it was the understanding that helped her to take control of that. So when someone tells you you have hypertension, or someone tells you you have diabetes, or someone tells you you have high cholesterol, what does that mean? Okay. What is the significance of that? What happens if I don't control it? What are some of the symptoms I can look for that something is not being controlled? So those are all the kind of things that you need to do to help take control of your own health. Have that understanding. Have someone with you that can help. Here, it's better to have two pairs of ears, four ears listening versus one pair of ears, especially when emotions are involved. It was very emotional when my mother got diagnosed with cancer. As anything, when you hear something, you hear the big C word, and it is very stressful. So my mother is very independent. She could take care of herself, but I make sure I go to all her doctor's appointments. And when I can't be there, I am on the call and I am on the phone, and she puts me on speakerphone while she is in the office. So that way we can have a better understanding. If it's something she's not understanding, like, because she doesn't see just one doctor, she has other doctors. If she doesn't have an understanding, or she doesn't think of what questions to ask, because sometimes there's questions that need to be asked, but you just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You just don't. So I'm there for that. So Heart Healthy Month, make sure you're eating right, exercising, and know what is actually going on in your body. Okay. So that is my little tidbit for today. I hope everybody have a happy Valentine's Day. Have a happy Black History Month, and take care of your heart for the American Heart Month. I will see you guys next week, same place, same time. Wednesday, 12 o'clock. That's midweek, midday blast. Please like and follow us on Facebook, MCZ Therapy, My Comfort Zone. So that's MCZ Therapy. And follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, MCZ_therapy. Again, that's MCZ_therapy.